Intro. Sige na. Lesson number 2 ta sa single entry. So, ang intro aling na topic is una, we have our illustrative problem here, pero let's ignore this first kay mag-concept sa atin sa single entry. So, if you want to have raw videos like this, click like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be updated on my next episodes. O, diba? Intro! So, intro na. From the topic itself, single entry, you need to imagine your client na di ka ba mag-debit o credit. So, ang nasa iyang notebook or sa iyang listahan, sa iyang pagka-bookkeep, listahan regular na literal. Why debit, why credit? Like, mag-record sa sales, yan ang ibutang dito ang mga nabaligya, like 10 ka noodles, spicy ang 5, tapos cheese, tapos if ever na yung utang, ilista na po niya kung kinsay ng utang. Kung nasa iutangan, ilista na po niya yung mga ipangutangan. So lisod siya i-trace. And normally, di na maghuna-huna ng mga businessman na ilista ang ilang mga gipang-invest. Kanang gikan yun sa ilang personal na money. Diba? And withdrawal. Pero na sila yung idea, but wala gid sila double entry. And it's very difficult na i-determine ang net income niya. Pangutanon kag kalitan na kliyente. Sabi ako net income bro. Tapos ang iyang mga box nakabutang dito, noodles, atami, sardinas out, tapos nangumpra man 9 in. So lisod kayo siya, di ba? So what will happen? So since the client is using single entry, you need to compute the net income based sa iyang information sa iyang listahan. Nagets ba? So mo na din nga topic yung single entry. Nagets ba? So what will you do pag inana ang kliyente? Wala siya debit and credit. Kaya ang cash, naman ay debit and credit. Pero cash basis lang. Hybrid, na debit and credit. Pero, na accrual, na cash basis. Mga double entry, ito sila ganila. Karoon kinira. So, kitahay na yung kliyente, si Manong, 10 years na yung business and it's growing. Tapos nag-ask si Manong, how much is my net income? For 10 years. Kaya sige na siya bubuk, kibali na yung mga personal na income kasi nidapo na yung business ba due to personal na mga investments from his personal pockets. Diba? Ang business man good, muda ko na siya, if ever perminti ka mag-invest, muda ko na siya pag net income. Kung imong ipasagdan, wala ka nang butang-butang ng mga additional investments and it grew, of course, sa iya ng net income. Pero kung sige kag butang ng investment, you will not know kung anong idako na siya. Because ba na siya net income? Or because sige kag buo ng personal ni mo na money. Nagets ba? So you need, kasi Manong, gusto yun may balan kung pila yung net income. So, what you need is, ningon ka, Manong, haman imong records. Ipakita sa imo ha, ang iyang mga good for na nakuha sa customers. Niya ipakita po ang iyang mga gipangkumpra na listahan. O niya ipakita po ang iyang mga halin, kay gilista nila, kay lista man na nila. Ang mga sari-sari store owners, ipalista man na nila, na nagpaload, 30. Isa na nakalistahan, dili na sa debit credit, di ba? So, sa ato na side, di na kabalo kung saan because we already know kung para makuha ang net income, you'll start with journal entries and then ibutang sa ledger, tapos maghimok trial balance, worksheet, after the worksheet, maghimok financial statements, di ba? Kana, di na nato mahimo sa records ni Manong as per example. So what do we do? First, mag-inventory count ka. Or the better na term is not inventory because inventory are goods to be sold man. So, ang imo dayong himuon is asset count, like total assets, imong kanawon. Nagets ba? Current. That means you need to establish this. The assets ni Manong. Karon. Nagets ba? So, mag-inventory count ka para makuha ni mong merchandise inventory, mag-cash count ka, tanawin mo if nasa cash diya sa tindahan, tanawin mo if naapod sa cash sa bangko, imong iputang kanan. Aside from that, iputang sab nimo ang mga non-current assets, like property, plant, and equipment, imong tanawon. Tapos, ang nakalisod din ng PPE, like aircon, for example, so kung gipalit na niya ng 5 years before, you need to estimate the depreciation of that as an accountant in order to get really the property, plant, and equipment na net of depreciation. Now, if you have done that, so you are going to establish na the total assets ni Manong. Karon, nga isugo ka niya ipa-compute ang net income. Tama ba? Now, you also need to get the liabilities of the store or the business. Dili ang kang Manong na personal liabilities, but the liabilities of the business. Like, nabay accounts payable, nabay loans payable, na nahitabo. If there is, based on the records, you need also to establish that. Now, if you establish the assets and the liabilities ni Manong currently, then you will be able to get the capital because assets equals liabilities plus capital man. Then that means you can get the capital by means of deducting liabilities from the assets. So example, the total assets ni Manong is 1,300,000 and the liabilities is about 450,000. Tabang isang moment. 1,300,000 minus 450,000. 850. So that's the capital ni Manong karon. Yes ba? So, pero dili na mao ang question ni Manong. Ang iyang question is, how much is my net income for 10 years of operations? So, what will you do next? You'll start with the capital ni Manong. That is what do we call as capital ending. And you will interview him about the capital niya na gibutang sa business all throughout the 10 years. So for example, pila magiging mong gi-start ani Manong? So that is what we call initial investment. Noon siya started with 300,000. Did you add? Do you have any additional investments? Asa man sir na additional investments? For 10 years, na ba kayo invest from your personal pockets? Nasa? Mga 150,000 tanan na to. Akong gilungan. Gets ba? How about investments na in kind or daily in money? Like, furniture ninyo, iputang ba ninyo sa business? O, nagputang po ko, sir. Kanang gipadala na imported. Ikan sa ako ang auntie na ako sa ibaligya. Worth to siya na 10,000. So, although this is not cash, it's still an additional investment in kind. Tama ba? Because those are personal assets na gisunod nimo for the business. Okay? So, mawala daw na tanan. So, imo na sa siyang gipangutana. How about withdrawals? Did you withdraw anything from your business for personal reasons? Yung job sa yes, nag-withdraw ko mga 200,000 na yata. Nagets ba? So, what you have here, pag tinuod na rin ang mga details, you will get a capital balance. And we do not know if ever capital ending na siya. Because this capital, initial investment plus additional investment, minus the withdrawals, does not include the net income or net loss. So, siya ang missing. Tama? So, pila man ang capital before net income and before net loss. So, you have 300 plus 150, 450 plus 10,460 minus 200,000, 260. Na. So, supposedly, if the business did not earn any income, the capital balance dapat ni Manong is only 260. Tama? But since, based on your inventory count on the assets and your investigation as to liabilities na 450 siya, the capital ending became 850. So, the missing amount is how much? Pila man? 590. So, that could be, or that is, the approximate yun na net income ni Manong for 10 years. Okay? So, pwede po na siya net loss. Now, if Manong will ask you, how much is my average net income? So, you can answer, it's 59,000, it's 590,000 divided by 10 years, di ba? Pero kung mangayo siyang exact net income for year 1, year 2, year 3, di na lang mo makompute, it's impossible. Nagets ba? Pero, if next year yung pangutanon, makuha na nito, ano man. The beginning capital is 850, karon na 2.8. Pagka next year, nangutan na siya. Siyempre, makuha na din mo ang net income next year. Pareho na rin mong isulti. Na ba kay 850 man ron, na ba kay additional investment, na ba kay withdrawal. So, the missing na amount will be the net income and the net loss. So, you can actually get the net income without going through journalizing, ledger, by means of this one, kining sa single entry na concept, in which you are just following the capital balance. Because, kini na concept, isa naman ka-sentence ang concept, ano? If the capital is maintained, like 1 million siya sa beginning of the year, 1 million siya sa year-end, without additional investments and withdrawal, that means walay net income. But if it increased, regardless of the investment and the withdrawal, then na net income. Pag ni-decrease, net loss. Nagets ba? Now, let's go to the illustrative problem. And let's apply what we've learned. So, again, let's get the net income without going through the journal entries, ledger, and etc. So, here is a company, Let's Company, and it has the following information. So, current assets increased by 115,000. Non-current assets of the company is decreased by 105. The current liabilities increased by 48. The non-current liabilities decreased by 108. Now, as to the capital, na-increase siya because of the additional investment of 300,000 and the withdrawal of owners daw is 150. And this problem is asking you, what is the net income of Let's Company for this year? So, no need to journalize, kailangan may mga balances. You start with the beginning. What beginning? Beginning assets of the company equals liabilities plus capital. You need to get the capital beginning. So, you need to compare it with the ending. The beginning and the ending, investigate mo later. So, what do you mean, sir? Example. The current assets increased by 115. And the non-current assets decreased by 105. So, what is the effect on the total assets BI? Kung imo ni siyang i-summarize. Because you need to summarize the effects on the total assets yun. Okay? Even if the problem is giving you a lot of current assets like cash, accounts receivable, merchandise inventory, wala tayo pake. I-summarize na to silang tanan mga assets. Nagets ba? And the current liabilities, idaghan niya pag-ayo, na unearned revenues, na accounts payable, utilities payable, we don't care. We just have to get the summary. Pilay summary yan eh. How much is the increase? The increase of the assets is 10,000. So, i-plot na natin mo dire. The same with what we did sa cash basis or cash basis to accrual basis. You can put any amount as the basis. Like, if your base is 1 million, the beginning, since it increased by 10,000, you're gonna put here, so pagputang 1 million din. 1 million. Ano na, sakto na siya. So, yun na mo. You summarize also the liabilities. So, as you can see, the current liabilities is increased by 48. The non-current liabilities decreased by 108. So, decrease yan ang summary sa liabilities. Tama ba? So, pila siya? Taba. 60. Negative 60 or decrease of 60. So you can have the liabilities, for example, you wanted to start with 300,000. So you have 300,000. So it decreased by 60,000. So you're gonna put 240,000. So 300 to 40,000 na dire, it's because ni-decrease naging 60. You stop with that if you have already the summary of the assets and the liabilities. Stop sa i-plot na nimo following the increase or the net decrease of the liabilities and the assets na plot na. You got the capital muna. So the capital beginning is 700. How about the capital ending? 1 million 10 minus 240. The capital ending is 770. So these balances, mao na imuhang imbestigahan. Again, the things that will affect the capital are una, additional investment, withdrawal. After that, net income and net loss na dayon. So, if the problem gives you an idea about the additional investment, which is naghatag siya, 300,000 daw, pero nag-withdraw ng 150. So, kuha ka sa ang capital before the net income and net loss, and then you compare it with the capital ending. So, 1 million plus 300 minus 150. So, supposedly, this should have been 850. If I'm not mistaken, it's 850. 850, tama ba? So, this is before the net income and net loss. And as you can see, the capital ending is smaller than what is expected, no? That 850 good. Sa ending, 770. So, that means there is a net loss of 80,000. So, the answer for the illustrative problem, what is the net income for this year? It's negative 80,000. So that's it. So muna siya gibutang gibantayan ang movement of the capital. So what is the capital beginning? What is the capital ending? Are there any additional investments? Are there withdrawals? So whatever amount that could not be explained is credited to net income or net loss. Niya ako na pong klaruhon again, in some problems na long yun na mga problems, it's because the assets are spread out. Cash, accounts receivable, ilag yung isa-isa ba, increase, decrease. So, we do not care. You just need to summarize all the increases and decreases, and you apply it sa beginning and ending. A is equal to L plus C. No need to memorize some formulas. You just need to look at the beginning balances and the ending balances. Okay? So, mo lang single entry.